Ooh, Helen Bearskin. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, there you go. Welcome. You're listening to the Best of Investing on News Talk 910, sponsored by Pacific Trade Exchange, your best in trade. Check them out at pactrade.org. This is the show where we present valuable information about real estate, the financial markets, and other business of the day. And you know our format. A few guys sitting around a bar having drinks without the drinks, talking business with you, the audience listening in. I'm your host, Edward Brown, and I'm pleased to have as my co-host Mark Hanf of Pacific Private Money, California's fastest growing pirate lender. And Mark...
Pirate
lender. Is that right? Are you
Are
you a pirate lender?
No,
you're
I'm not.
Okay, I'm thumping over my words. Okay,
Private
you're
lender.
a private lender.
Yes.
And Robert Schiff of RPM Mortgage. Our phone number is 888-912-1190. Write that number down, 888-912-1190. You're going to use that number to answer the trivia questions for 3 vacations given away during each commercial break. That's right, we're giving away 9 vacations during this show. The vacations are sponsored by Lighthouse Resort and Marina, located 1 hour northeast of San Francisco. The vacations are free. Their only request, a $75 cleaning fee to cover housekeeping expenses. Their website is lighthouse4fun.com. You can reach them at 916-777-5511. And today's trivia theme is science. She blinded me with science. Remember that? Okay. You guys are too young for that movie. All right. Our website, or you're too old for that movie. Our website is bestofinvesting.com. Check us out on Facebook and YouTube by typing Best of Investing Radio Show. And we're also on television, Comcast Channel 26 on Saturdays at noon and Sundays at 6 p.m. And don't forget to record our show on a website called dar.fm. Also, don't forget to go to World Wraps in Corte Madera and Santa Clara because they're still giving our listeners a free smoothie with purchase of a wrap or bowl if you mention the show, The Best of Investing. Go there for lunch today, best wraps in town. Also, Father's Day is tomorrow, and I have the perfect gift for the man who has everything. Go to Nothing Bundt Cakes in Corte Madera. Ask for Nick. He'll give you a 10% discount for mentioning the Best of Investing. They have the best bundt cakes around, bar none. And you can call them at 415-924-2500 for details. And today we have a special guest, Dawn Fitzpatrick, who's a real estate agent. And Dawn, welcome to the Best of Investing.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. And you know a little bit about real estate. What are you seeing going on in the market right now?
A lot of activity, a lot of inventory right now. People are, I think, getting out there and feeling more comfortable about getting pre-approved, and they're not as scared as the lending process. I think there was some fear out there for a while, and I think right now people, if they're positioned well, they see a lot of quality in the inventory, and I think there's people even putting multiple offers in. So it seems a little bit better.
The buyers are definitely out there, which is really cool. I know in the beginning of 2011, people were expecting the buyers to come out in spring, and they didn't. But here we are, spring of 2012, and the buyers are out. Are you seeing the same thing?
I don't know about Marin, but all the feedback I get in the East Bay and the city is 10 offers is hardly considered multiple offers. It's just amazing. I mean, most of the offers that people are dealing with are 10, 15 offers, and all of them over asking. These are assuming that the properties were priced right, but that's not been seen for years.
Yeah, I was going to say, back in 05 and 06 at the top of the market, what kind of multiple offers were you guys
Well, I
seeing?
dealt with one with 43.
So we're still not. So we're still not back to the 2005 numbers yet.
No, and needless to say, the
Still
people
a lot.
that bought that house still are upside down. So,
Wow.
but that wasn't last year. Certainly, it was like we'd take one offer on a property that was listed. Now, most of those are closing, not falling out. So I think it's primarily by limited inventory, and the limited inventory is. There's still a lot of houses out there that people would like to get off of, but they're upside down and they don't want to start a short sale or to adversely affect their credit. I think there's a lot of people that are holding on, paying their mortgage, never made a late payment, still upside down, and have a feeling that within the next year or two or something, they'll be back up on top. And there's certainly some people who are, quote, given up and just going to move on and put their house on the market and sell it. The short sale process is, I used to call it, as I'm a mortgage broker, and anytime there's a short sale, I said, no, we mean a long sale.
Yeah, because it takes a long time, sure.
It could take 6 months, and now the banks are supposedly enforced and regulated to make a response within 30 days. I haven't seen that exactly, but that's what they're supposedly supposed to do.
Well, Don, I've seen you been shaking your head, and remember, we're doing this for radio, so you gotta actually say words.
Okay.
I assume you agreed with most of the
I
stuff.
did. That's
Okay,
true. That's
so,
true.
what else are you seeing out there?
I think that people, again, if they're positioned well, I think they're getting out more, which is why you see a lot more activity. I think the inventory also is proven to be very priced appropriately. There's a lot of advantage in the inventory. There's homes that are priced very well. I'm looking in Marin and Sonoma County, mostly southern Marin, even up to Petaluma. There's a lot of good homes priced well, and if you position yourself well, then you can really step in to a lender's office and feel very comfortable that you're going to be able to go through the process.
And when you say position yourself well, what do you mean?
I mean that you didn't overextend, you're qualified well, your job is secure, you feel comfortable getting into the market now, and you feel comfortable that even if you're gonna step in and purchase something now, you're not gonna be upside down in 12 months.
And are you seeing that people, like Robert was saying, some of these people are staying in their homes, they're paying their mortgage, but how long is it gonna take for the market to go back up to where they're not upside down? What's your opinion?
Yeah, wish we all had that crystal ball. It's difficult
no
to say.
kidding.
Yeah, it's really difficult to say. It depends on when they purchase their home, what level they're in. If they're under 5 and they purchase their home, they're probably gonna be in a better position than if they bought their home years ago in the 9s above, because that's really taken, quite a hit. But it depends.
My
also the
limited,
layer.
experience here, I mean, I have some clients that are selling their house on a short sale, and it is selling for about 60% of what it was appraised at the height.
Height.
Yeah.
There's no such word as height.
At the height.
There's no such word as height. I'm teasing you. Look it up in the dictionary, but I'm teasing you, Robert.
Well, the May numbers came out for this week, and what was interesting is what they're saying is unit sales are up in the Bay Area 26% year over year from last May, and I just think that's outstanding. And one of the things the article also mentioned is that a lot of those gains are in the $500,000 plus market, which I know really lagged a lot last year. So you mentioned, Robert, that there's a lack of inventory out there, but at least from a number standpoint, 26% jump in the number of unit sales year over year. That's driving, obviously. I mean, that's the reason why there's a lack of inventory, because what's out there is being snapped up, and now we're starting to see multiple offers. So it's kind of interesting. But then the article again continues, as all of these articles do, about what's happening in real estate is the pre-foreclosure, the shadow inventory. What are the banks doing? When are they going to release that stuff? How long are they going to let people stay in their homes without making their mortgage payments? And so,
Still 2 years?
That's not the record yet. I mean, it's close to 3 years from what I know, and that may not be the record.
Well, in like the East Coast states where they've got the judicial foreclosures, that's where I think that it's the longest. I did
Sure.
see the numbers. I got an article with numbers from the West Coast states, and California now is at 275 days average. Nevada is at nearly 500 days.
And that's from the time that the actual
Notice of default.
notice of default goes to courthouse sale.
All right, guys, we're going to cut to our first, guys and gals, we're going to cut to our first commercial break. Before we do, though, we had, last week, we asked the special trivia question where the winner was going to receive a 2-night stay at the Ritz-Carlton Laguna Niguel. Americans buy enough of this to wrap around the earth 5.5 times. What is it? Well, Johnny from San Jose knew the answer. Weed eater line.
Oh.
Isn't that amazing? You buy that much weed eater line?
Are you kidding me?
Isn't that amazing?
We had a winner for that.
Crazy.
Wow.
And located between Los Angeles and San Diego, the Ritz-Carlton Laguna Niguel sits on a 150-foot bluff with panoramic whitewater views of the Pacific Ocean and 2 miles of sandy beach. The resort is a reimagined surfside retreat that awakens the guest's senses with its unique oceanfront setting and remarkable service heritage. As the premier destination for travelers who desire a playful approach to Southern California luxury, the resort features Raya, a restaurant concept by Chief Richard Sandoval, 180 Blue, an oceanfront lounge, and Jean-Michel Cousteau's Ambassadors of the Environment, offering a one-of-a-kind eco-adventure. Visit ritzcarlton.com Laguna Niguel. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. I have, and it is a phenomenal place. And remember, the theme today is science. And here is our first commercial break, and here's our first trivia question. What is the E in E equals MC squared? The first 3 callers with the correct answer win a free 3-day, 2-night stay at the Lighthouse Resort. Their website is lighthouseforfun.com. Call 888-912-1190. That's 888-912-1190 to answer this question. What does the E stand for in E equals MC squared? Any Albert Einsteins around here?
Emily.
No.
Emily? Yeah, that's not it. E stands for Einstein, right? 888-912-1190. Make sure to include your name, email address, and speak slowly and spell out your information, especially your email address, 1 letter at a time. And we will be right back. Excellent.
Energy.
And Robert, there is a word, hike, that Edward said
Hike?
there isn't, yes.